Hey gang, it's Brian from FXBilliards. I'm going to be producing a video soon that addresses bank shots for the beginner player, but the video you're about to watch is addressing the intermediate to advanced player. These are basically low percentage shots for any player in the world, but they are going to be opportunities for you to get your way out of some shots that would be impossible to send a measured bank shot. And when I say a measured bank shot, I mean channels that teach you how to find a cut angle and use the edge of your stick to measure the distance between the pockets and find a halfway point. I have to tell you that in the real world, that doesn't work, and you've never seen a professional player measure a shot that way, and it's because there's too many variables in bank shots. High-ranked players use English all the time in bank shots, and that's what this video is about. I'm going to be putting out a video that will teach you how to find those cut angles instinctively, and I'll put a link to that video in this video as soon as it comes out. But in the meantime, this is going to show you how to get out of some spots that might be difficult, might seem impossible, but give you an opportunity to win the game, even if they are low percentage shots for you. Let's get started. Hey gang, a lot of the shots on the video are going to be very difficult, and you might be a 1 in 5 chance of making them, but I want you to see what is available and what is possible, so when you get in these do or die situations, you have an opportunity to make a shot. The shot that I'm showing you now is one of my favorite shots in pool, and I know you guys hear me say that about 5 or 6 different shots, but this is absolutely one of my favorite shots in pool, and it involves using reverse English to make a long bank shot. Now you'll notice that besides putting left or right English on these shots that you're going to be watching, most of them I hit with a little bit of draw. And a lot of them you can make without the draw added to the shot, but I'm playing with a little bit of draw just to get the cue ball out of the way. Now I have a back angle on this shot, so I need to apply a lot of English to transfer it to the object ball. So that's another reason why a lot of these shots I hit below center. This is not an easy shot. You will probably take anywhere from 3 to 33 shots at this, but I want you to know that the shot exists so that if it comes up in a game, you have an opportunity in a do or die situation to pull it out and possibly win the game. Outside of finding the right spot and transferring English to the object ball, one of your challenges here is going to be to make sure you get the cue ball out of your way so that when the object ball comes back, you're not going to have a collision. So pay attention to where the cue ball is going to end up before you take this shot. This next shot, depending on which side of the table you're on, is going to require low right-hand English. Traveling around the table, the 8-ball in this case is going to pick up running English by putting reverse English on the cue ball. If you're not sure what running English is, if you have not learned this 3-cushion shot, check out video number 1 in this series. In that video, I teach you how to find a pocket from a 3-rail shot, whether it's position, or a cue ball running around the table, or in this case, an object ball running around the table. Because you need running English to make this shot possible, or at least more probable, what you want to do is put the opposite English on the cue ball, which you want applied to your object ball. So in this case, you're putting right-hand English on it to apply left-hand English on the 8-ball, sending it around the table. This is not a high percentage shot, but once again, I want you to have this in your bag. Also note how the draw that's applied to this shot allows the cue ball to get out of the way of the 8 as it comes around the table. Now our next shot looks like a simple bank shot, except the 2-ball and 7-ball are blocking the side pocket. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to apply a lot of English on the 8-ball, and you'll see it actually spin its way into the pocket. Now, I'm really putting a lot of action on this ball. I'm going to show you the shot in slow motion, and you'll see that the 8-ball literally leaves the table and comes back with all of this English on it, which allows it to spin its way through this crowd and into the pocket. This is a classic 2-for-1 shot, but made a lot more exotic and a lot more aggressive. Once again, not a high percentage shot, but something I want you to know is possible, where you knock those 2 balls out of your way, you actually get a 2-for-1 and play the 8 in the side by applying so much English, it literally drives its way through that crowd of balls. Our next shot is going to be made with left English, and it is a variation of the shot that we started the video with. Here we have a long bank, except this is a lot more makeable than our original shot that we showed. I'm going to show you what this shot looks like without English applied. You can see that the object ball is basically going to go up, come straight back like everyone would expect. But by applying the English, you can see that the object ball picks up the English. The English is transferred to the object ball, sending the object ball off the rail and with a new path. This is key to all of these shots. So let's shoot the shot again, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add an object ball to the short rail that we're shooting towards so that you can see why this shot is preferred over just finding the cut angle and hitting the shot the long way. Because the object ball is blocking the spot, which would be our ideal target for the shot, we have to come short and spin the object ball to the other side of the table in order to make the shot. So if the object ball is not in place, the ideal situation would be to find that cut angle and shoot it with a normal draw or follow shot, whichever is needed to get in position for your next ball. But if that 7 ball was not blocking us, the ideal technique would be to bank it with a normal cut angle and without applying any English. So if you're paying attention, you can see that the shots are getting progressively easier. This is another variation of that shot, but here we're going to hit the 8-ball almost head on with right hand English in a soft stroke, which is key to making this shot. The soft stroke allows you to, number one, let the English get applied and have time to react, and number two, take advantage of the edges of the pocket in case you don't hit the pocket directly. So here we have an opportunity to roll the ball in. We actually make it all net on that shot, but you have those angles to help you out if you're as much as even a quarter of a ball width off. The second shot shows the exact same shot, but this time with left English, sending the object ball to our right and into the side pocket where our normal cut angle might be blocked. In an earlier video in this series, I showed you how to take 2 balls that were frozen and send them in specific directions based on which side you hit the pack. So here, I'm shooting into the 3 ball, but I'm pushing the 9 ball to its left from this vantage point, or my right hand from my vantage point. By striking the cluster on the left-hand side, I am pushing the 9 ball to its right, or our left from our vantage point here. And I'm putting a little bit of left English on it just to get the cue ball out of the way, but the shot is makeable even if you do not apply English. If you shoot this shot by hitting the cluster on the left, it will force the object ball that is out front to its right, and it will head down table. So the English can be applied or it can be passed on depending on your situation and how much position you need to get to. Now, this is the opposite variation where I'm shooting the ball into my left-hand corner pocket. And the reason I chose this route in this scenario is if you look at the cluster, it actually points to my left. So rather than trying to reverse the path of the 9 to the other side, I just play what the shot is giving me and play it to my left-hand side. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'm going to close this out with an 8-ball break and run. And please, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe. If you haven't seen our earlier episodes of 5 must-have pool shots, you're going to want to check those out. I'm going to let this play, and you guys, please keep coming back, share the videos with your friends, hit that little bell, and subscribe to the channel. And we'll be talking to you soon. Have a great day.